You bunch of Asian bitches.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Kai and I'm back with another video. Okay, as y'all can see by that title, today's video is going to be a story time, of course, about the time I got stranded in Miami. Yeah, I know. But it's probably not what y'all thinking, but let's get into it. But first and foremost, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the description box. And follow me on Instagram. Do that. Okay, but yeah, let's get into the story. Okay, y'all, so this story takes place in March of this year. I want to say it was March 6th. I'm not 100% sure, but I'll dig up some videos for y'all. So basically, me and my roommate, my slash homegirl P, were going to Miami to see our friend. I had heard another story. I can't remember what I called her, but we're just gonna call her. Let me think of a name.
I don't know if she want me to use her real name or not. I don't think she cares, but
I think I called her Emily in the last story, so we're gonna go with Emily. We want to go see our friend Emily. So basically, me and my roommate ended up booking our flights and stuff, making sure that we got the same flight and everything like that, and went to Miami. Unfortunately, we weren't able to go see Emily because she had COVID. She had just got COVID. Coincidentally, like right before we went down there, so we weren't even able to go see her for her birthday and everything like that. Now, it's important to note that although it was me and P going to Miami, my mom and my auntie were also going to come down there for the weekend just because we was going to be down there. And my mom would be looking for a quick little getaway trip anyway. So she was like, okay, well, then that way I could just book the hotel and stuff like that and make our life easier, basically. So me and P left that morning, the morning of the 6th or whatever day that was. And my mom and my auntie wasn't coming until like later on in the day. I don't know why, don't remember, not important. So we get to Miami and y'all, we caught a Spirit flight.
Well, ain't no fucking way.
So yeah, we was in a plane like this here. Yep, it was a whole lot of, and the flight took so long for us to be going to Miami. It took like, I want to say about 3 hours for absolutely no reason, because I've flown to DC and it never took that long, and Miami's in Florida, so I don't understand why the flight was that long, but it was also very long. It was like we could have just drove. But yeah, so we make it to Miami and then we go to, okay, let me backtrack. So before we even got to all our excursions and stuff like that, once we landed in Miami, got off the plane and everything, it was basically like, it was so much going on. I want to say this was spring break weekend. That's why it was like so many people there. Like it was a lot of traffic in the airport, a lot of back and forth, a lot of to and fro, and it was a lot of people. So me and P, we trying to get the Lyft or the Uber, and it's like nobody's picking up our ride, nobody's able to come get us, XYZ. So that was a big hassle. So we get off the flight and then it's like 30 minutes to an hour later, we still have no ride. So at this point, we just walked to basically the part where you would go to get in your, if you got like a ride share. We walked to like that area, but we were still inside the airport, and like I needed to charge my phone, because one thing about me, my phone used to die all the time. Nowadays, no, but like my phone was like slick dying. That's important. Oh yeah, so my phone was dead basically, and we went to find somewhere to charge it. So eventually we ended up getting a ride, and we were like deciding, do we want to go close to where the hotel is, or do we want to go to like the mall or something like that? Now, we didn't know where the hotel was, we just knew the name of it. So when we got there, we're like deciding, okay, where do we want to go? Where do we want the Uber to take us? So we're like, okay, well, we can just go here because when my mom drives in town, then she can just come pick us up from over here, and then we could go to the hotel together. I want to say that at this time we hadn't looked up where the hotel was. I was just like, well, I know it's in Miami, so it can't be too far. Like, thinking of it like it's in Jacksonville. Like, I mean, 30 minutes from here to there isn't that long of a drive to me. So I'm like, it can't be that far. It can't be too far, but I know it's in Miami. Basically, we ended up finding out that the hotel was on the outskirts of Miami, like after we had gotten to where we're going. So we ended up catching a Uber or Lyft, I can't remember which one, but we ended up catching a ride to this like outside, what do you call it? Like in Jax, we have this thing called a town center. It's like an outside plaza, like a shopping plaza. That's the name I was looking for. It's like a shopping plaza outside. So we had went there, and it was like a bunch of stores and stuff like that, and restaurants and stuff. We ended up going to this one restaurant, and we sat outside to eat and ordered the food and stuff. We didn't eat like nothing crazy. It was just nice little cute little meal. Mind y'all, this is like early in the day still. Like, I'll put videos in here of like at that time, because I can't remember exactly what time it was right now, but it was early on in the day. The sun was still very much shining. The night was young. So we're just sitting there, we're chilling and stuff, and we're like, just passing time, basically wasting time. Then we're deciding like, okay, what do we want to do next? What do we want to do next? We ended up going to this Museum of Illusions. I don't know the exact name of it, but it says Museum of Illusions. I don't want to say museum. It was this place where they had like the illusions. You could take pictures. And I got some pictures from that too. And that was fun. But we ended up doing that like later on in the day. So I want to say it was like around 6-ish maybe. Mind y'all, the sun is starting to set. It's starting to get, a little bit dark outside. It's still a lot of people outside because I want to say it was the weekend. And then on top of that, spring break. And then on top of that, Miami. So it was just a lot of people outside. Like, it wasn't like we were the only ones left out there or anything like that. Nothing crazy. But as we're like getting done doing the museum with the illusions and stuff, we're like, okay, let's go ahead and go to the hotel, because basically my mom wasn't there yet. She was still on the way. So I'm like, okay, what's the address? That's when I asked for the address. I'm like, what's the address? Looked it up and found out that it was on the outskirts of Miami. The outskirts of Miami being like, I want to say like an hour drive. Maybe like, I don't want to say, maybe like 45 minutes to an hour. I'm not sure. I just knew it cost a good chunk of change to get from where we were to the hotel. So I'm like, I thought the hotel was in Miami. And Pete was like, well, we're in Miami. Why wouldn't the hotel be in Miami? So I'm texting my mom and I'm like, Mama, why the hotel not in Miami? And she like, baby, the hotel on the outside of Miami. So that's where we're going. Don't really matter how you feel about it. So at this point, both of our phones are like dead. I probably got like 12%. Pete probably got like 15%. And the phones are dying fast. We're sitting here debating, do we get a Lyft? Do we not get a Lyft? Okay, should we get this Lyft? Should we get this Lyft? Should we get this Uber? Should we get this? Which one's cheaper? Like, we're going back and forth, and as we're going back and forth, phone's steady dying. It's like once we realized that we were basically about to be stranded, our phones instantly were like, oh, I got something for that. And that percent started dropping. So we're like, okay. We're standing outside, still at the plaza place on a little strip. And we're like looking for an outlet, y'all. It was bad. Like, we were looking for an outlet. So we had our chargers out and stuff. We were looking for an outlet. Do y'all know, like, if you go outside like a little shopping plaza or like a little outlet area and like a shopping outlet, and then like they be playing music outside, like the outside speakers that be in a little mulch right there by like, looking all pretty and stuff, playing music outside. It was like a charger, like a charger port over there. So we're standing in the middle of the thing while our phone's charging, like,
I don't need no ride, thank ya.
looking dumb. Like at this point, phones is on like 3%, 4%, 2%. Like there's no juice. So like we have no choice but to charge our phones, because we can't get in this Uber or this Lyft without having our phones charged sufficiently. Because we can't get in this Uber or this Lyft without our phones being charged, because anything could happen. Anything could happen, and we're already in Miami. If you know, you know. It just wasn't a good predicament to be in. So while we're sitting out here, dead phones, before we find the charger port, dead phones, walking around trying to contact my mom, see how far she is. I'm looking on Life 360. She's still about 90 minutes away. It just wasn't giving. Like, it was like we should have been at the crib. Like, we wanted to come out here and have fun. We didn't have enough charge for that. So as we're walking down the strip to try to find outlets, and like, okay, maybe we can go in this McDonald's right here. Maybe we can go here. Maybe we can go there. Places are closing, stuff like that. And it was this one lady under the influence, if you know what I mean. She was on that. What is that? You know what I mean? So she, a white woman at that. Yeah. So she was like, okay, so if we're here, she's over here. We're over here in the streets. So we're here, the streets right here. We're walking this way. The lady standing right here, you know, talking to herself, like, you know, normal stuff. She's talking to herself or whatever, standing by the building, whatever building that was. So as we're walking, it's plenty of people walking, like between where we are and where she is, it's plenty of people walking, plenty of traffic. She jumps and like comes at us, and she's like,
"You bunch of Asian bitches!"
And she like jumps, like run, jump. It's just me and P, like through the people. It's just me and P, and we're like, we're not even Asian. But like, if we were, what are you doing, ma'am? So it was pretty obvious that she wasn't in her right mind. So it was just like, okay, we need to get the fuck. Like, ha, he, hell, we need to go. So that's when we started charging our phones and stuff. And we're just like looking, because it's like, it's crazy people out. I don't know if it was a full moon or not, but it was just a lot going on. So I'm just sitting here panicking. I'm like, oh my God. I'm not really panicking, but I'm just like, oh my God, bro. Like, this is the worst time. Like, this could have all went so smoothly. This should have went so different than it did. But we ended up getting the Lyft. I want to say it cost like $60 to $80. I've never paid that much for no Lyft or no Uber or nothing else. Gas, yeah. But like, it's something that I'm driving. Not even, what? For a Lyft or Uber?
Hey, boy, ain't no fucking way, boy.
For a Lyft or Uber, it wasn't giving that. That was like, we were outside, dead phones and stuff like that. That was like another hour of our time. I really don't even know how long it was. I just know it felt like so long. We were supposed to just like get our phones dead and this, that, and the third. And when we went in the Illusion place, we were using our phones to take pictures. So that's like more juice. So like, as we were sitting outside eating, taking pictures like, hey, we're in Miami, cute. Our phones are steady dying. At this point, I wish I would have had a portable charger. I didn't at this time, but I would strongly advise you guys to get a portable charger if you don't have one, especially if you're traveling, because you never know. You never know. So we were like stuck outside and whatnot. It's not like we didn't have the funds to pay for the Uber. It's just like, who wants to spend that much on an Uber though? Like, you know what I mean? We were really trying to like avoid the situation as a whole, because I was like, okay, well, my mom should be here like pretty soon, because if she left when I think she left when she told me she was leaving, she'll be here any minute now. But she ended up getting there like a little after schedule. She didn't end up getting to Miami until like around 11 o'clock. She got to like the hotel. That wasn't even Miami. That was the outskirts of Miami. So what I will say is, her and my auntie be moving slow, so I should have knew that she probably wasn't going to be on regular like scheduled timing. I should have knew she was gonna be a little behind, but I didn't account for that. I was just like, what she said, and I'm having fun and this and that, and anything could have happened. Like, literally anything could have happened. Because what if we wouldn't have been able to find them charger ports, you know? Like, and I think P is the one who pointed it out. She was like, oh, over here they got some XYZ. So yeah, we were stuck for like a good 2.5 hours or so. I mean, it's not like too bad. Worse things have happened. But the rest of the trip was pretty cool. We didn't do too much of nothing though. Probably mostly because like what we came down there for we couldn't really do. So yeah, that's how that went. Yeah. But yeah, that's my story. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. If your phone has ever died while you were out in public like that, stop doing that. Get a portable charger. Charge your phone before you leave the house. Moral of the story. Especially in a place like that. It be too much going on in Miami. Me and you both know this. Yeah. Be safe. Please. But yeah, I'll see y'all in the next video. Hey y'all, it's your girl Kai, and I'm back with another video.
Back to back story times. Yeah. Are you gonna have me in the back of the video?
Please. Are you gonna talk the whole time? Please!
Yeah.
So thank you. Ooh.
Back on where?
I said again? I said it how many times? A lot? Off YouTube. Me off this app.
Stop saying
That's not too bad. I'm gonna try not to say it though. Alright, and steam.